Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's the one and only, your girl, the cartoon hotspot, and in today's theory video, we are going to be talking about the upcoming Miraculous Ladybug Paris Special, Tales of Shadybug and Claw Noir, set to premiere on October 21st, which looks really cool. It's been a while since I've done a theory video, so I'm super excited and I hope you are too. If you're interested in my thoughts, then stick around, give this video a thumbs up, and for new viewers, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click that bell button to receive post notifications. Without further ado, let's begin. Now, over the course of the last couple of years, the concept of the multiverse has grown quite popular in film and television. And for the uninitiated, the multiverse theory is basically a scientific model that describes all of existence as a collection of multiple universes that exist in parallel, in higher dimensions, or other regions of space beyond our own observable cosmos. So somewhere out there, in theory, there are other universes where you and I exist, but in different circumstances, perhaps. So of course, Miraculous Ladybug Into the Reverse is a world special set in Paris, whereby our heroes, Adrien and Marinette, meet an alternate version of themselves in a universe where they are not the heroes, and in fact are the villains, which already sounds like a really interesting premise with massive potential. Let's break down the teaser trailer. First, we see what looks like a different version of Gabriel's lair, but I'm assuming it's Toxinelle's and Claw Noir's lair. I'm not going to call her Shadybug, by the way, that name is so cringy. We're sticking to her French name. Toxinelle is so much better. And they arrive in a confrontational manner, and poor Nino, wearing a beanie, he looks quite terrified. Yep, he's toast. So my first theory is that similar to the current universe, Nino probably created something like the Resistance in order to fight Toxinelle and Claw Noir. So he's kind of like a vigilante, but he's clearly outmatched here. And then the trailer cuts to the bottom of Toxinelle's shoes, and it looks like she's holding Markov as she arrives in Marinette's bedroom in a purple portal. And Tom and Sabine are obviously worried about something upon watching the news. And then what's interesting is that the trailer cuts to Adrien sitting alone as he looks at his ring, whilst Marinette is in her pajamas in her room, smiling at Alia. I'll talk about this in greater depth later on. Shortly after, the trailer cuts to Hesperia, who is Alia, the butterfly holder from the other universe, arriving in Marinette's room. If you slow down the trailer slightly, it's implied that she opened the portal, which is intriguing because is it possible for the butterfly Miraculous to possess the power to create portals to other universes? It definitely looks like it's taken a lot of willpower and strength for her to sustain the portal, long enough for Toxinelle to just casually stroll in. If this is the case and she somehow figured out how to quite literally create a hole within the fabric of space and time, she's kind of OP for that. And then the trailer shows us what I'm guessing is Gabriel, but in his monarch costume, and he's saving Marinette. It's hard to figure out if this is in the universe we know or the parallel universe. But anyways, the final part of the trailer is a close-up of Alia creating an Akuma and a full look at her outfit, and I really like it. Now let's take a look at the synopsis. As Marinette and Adrien ponder their increasingly burdensome powers, two supervillains from a parallel universe where everything is reversed, Shadybug and Claw Noir, arrive in their world to seize the butterfly Miraculous. Hesperia, the butterfly holder from the other universe, Ladybug and Cat Noir, must confront their evil doubles to prevent them from doing evil and to show them that a better world is possible. Okay, theory time. The first thing I want to address is when this special is set. Usually the Miraculous specials are non-canon and therefore usually in between seasons, but since this is set in Paris, I've seen a bit of speculation on social media that it's set right at the beginning of season 5. Remember how Strike Back, Evolution, Multiplication and Destruction are all set on the same night? Yeah, well it looks like this special will also take place on that same night, which, yikes. Can these kids catch a break? May I remind you that on that night, Marinette had the Miraculous stolen from her. Her and Cat Noir went back in time to chase Monarch and retrieve the rabbit Miraculous. Then they flew to London to confront Felix, but to no luck and instead ran into Amelie, then flew back to Paris. Marinette and Alia had a sleepover which Monarch ended up crashing and they confronted him at the museum. But of course, Marinette just had to monologue her entire plan and waste time leading to Monarch escaping. And then she returned home to her sleepover with Alia and Adrien ended up calling her on that same night. And now she has to fight the version of herself from a parallel universe? Yeah, I'd 100% support her in going rogue and falling off the rails. Not only is this too much in one night, but if this really is the case, I just have to ask why? Why not set it after season 5? Why are we going back in time when we've left the evolution, multiplication, destruction era over a year ago? But also, I don't see a point of this special being set around there because none of this is ever addressed in the season. Like, okay, they confront their evil doubles and then never mention it at all over the course of season 5. What? It's a major ick for me, but what can I do? What's done is done. Now on to possible theories regarding why Marinette and Adrien are evil in this parallel universe. My theory, and I've seen a couple of you guys also share this theory, is that just like in our current universe, Marinette was severely bullied by Chloe whilst Adrien had just lost his mother and he's grieving. Somehow they stumble upon their miraculous, or maybe they earned it in the same way they did in canon, but instead of their lives getting better, it just did not improve at all, and in fact, it got worse. Marinette continued to be bullied whilst struggling to balance being a superhero, and eventually concluded that there isn't a point in saving people who don't want to be saved and don't deserve to be. Nobody has ever defended her, so it's every man for themselves. And eventually she began to abuse the power of the Ladybug Miraculous and became a villain, used it for her own selfish purposes and started targeting the people who wronged her, but also the people who never bothered to help her. Because unlike Ladybug, Toxinelle isn't as forgiving. She doesn't keep giving people the benefit of the doubt. She actually holds grudges, and becoming Toxinelle gives her some sort of power. Power she desperately needs because victims of bullying feel powerless. And for Adrien, pretty much the same thing. Life just isn't looking too good for our boy. I mean, look at that ugly haircut. He is going through it. I'm assuming that he's handling the loss of his mother quite differently because our Adrien is very optimistic and sunshiny, but perhaps parallel Adrien isn't. I think the purpose of this special is to show that the versions we've gotten of Adrien and Marinette have gone through a lot and experienced a lot of trauma, so they have a lot of reason to turn to the dark side. However, they continuously choose not to. They wake up every day and continue to be heroes because 1, they have a great support system, such as their friends and each other, and 2, because it's just the right thing to do. And if we go back to the synopsis, it says that Adrien and Marinette ponder over their burdensome powers. Keyword, burdensome. And if this is set around the beginning of season 5, which we know they had just lost a huge battle against Monarch whereby he managed to acquire 14 Miraculous, it's no wonder why they're having second thoughts and doubts about themselves as heroes. So the special is to highlight that there are endless amount of choices Adrien and Marinette could have made, but what if one of those choices led to them going down a dark path? What if they didn't have a support system? What if they were completely and utterly alone and left to defend themselves in the only way they deem as rational and to ensure they never get hurt? By being villains. Because as I've mentioned in a previous video, if people fear you, they cannot hurt you. Becoming villains ensures that Adrien and Marinette are the ones doing the hurting. It's a matter of power play. Which begs the question, are Adrien and Marinette friends in this parallel universe? Are Alia and Marinette friends? Are Adrien and Marinette dating in this universe, and do they know each other's identities? Oh my gosh, imagine a supervillain couple. I so want to see that. Now, regarding Alia, we know she always has been interested in superheroes, and the Butterfly Miraculous is intended to be used for good, just like the rest of the Miraculous, but somehow it lands in her possession, which begs the question again. Was the Butterfly Miraculous found by her? Was it lost in the first place? Who knows? Either way, she has it, and perhaps because of her vast knowledge and interest in superheroes, she theorizes that there is another universe where the holders of the Ladybug and the Black Cat Miraculous are heroes, which could explain the setup behind her. It seems like it's her research lab. She probably has spent hours and hours, days after days, figuring out a way, probably with the help of Max and Markov, to find a universe where Adrien and Marinette are heroes. And can I just say, if that's the case, this special has me excited. We need more Alia screen time and having her moment to shine. So she just casually goes, nah, actually, I'm not going to deal with you guys today. I did not get paid enough for this. I'm dumping you to another universe where the heroes can handle you. And she just strolls into Marinette's room so casually in the middle of the night. The final thing I want to briefly mention is Toxinelle and Claw Noir's designs. Parallel Marinette's civilian outfit it's okay. I love the dark jeans and the boots and the dark makeup, but Toxinelle? Her outfit is so good. I'm sorry, but the reverted black and red suit is always gonna do it for me. You can never go wrong with that. From the hair to the design down to the boots, perfect. She's serving. This is the closest I'm gonna get to an akumatized Marinette because let's face it guys, that's never going to happen. So I'll take what I can get, thank you very much. A girl can dream. As for Adrian, it's the hair. The hair throws the entire outfit off. However, if you ignore whatever the hell is going on with his hair, this might just be my favorite look from him. The spiky bell, the belt, the leather jacket. Okay, Agrest, I see you. But you guys, did you realize we are finally free from those hideous orange shoes and the lab coat? I count that as a win. That's a win for me. Overall, I'm pretty excited for this special and I 100% will be making an analysis video on it. But now I want to put it to you guys. What are your theories on the special and what are your expectations? Excited? Not so excited? Let me know down in the comment section. But as for today, that's it from me and I'll see you again next time.